So a lot of people ask the question, why do I procrastinate so much? So in this video, I want to talk about what's going on in your mind when you just keep putting things off. Hi, I'm Stephen Burns from Mind School, and in this video I want to talk about procrastination. In one study in 1991, it revealed that 20% of men and women self-identify as chronic procrastinators. So that means that they purposely delay things in their working life, their professional life, their personal life, relationships, school, you name it. And this has become almost like a kind of lifestyle thing for them. And it's believed that that 20% is still roughly the same today. So in this video, I want to talk about the psychology of procrastination. What is going on in your mind when it's happening? And if you stay to the end, I want to share with you a very quick solution just to help you overcome it. So of course, before we begin, if you could like, subscribe and ring the bell, that would be absolutely fantastic. Don't put it off, don't procrastinate, please. It really does help. So, procrastination. Well, before we take a look at it, I want to first of all look at why we do anything. Where does motivation come from in the first place? So this is quite a complex subject, there's quite a lot to it, but when we get down to it, there are two main factors that cause us to do things, that cause us to feel motivated to take action. We can either move away from pain or we can move towards pleasure. So this can either be imagined pain or real pain, and it can also be imagined pain or real pleasure. For example, say you walked into your kitchen and put your hand on a hot stove. Don't do that, by the way, it's just an example. But say, for example, you did that, you would feel pain. It would be pretty damn sore. And that pain would then motivate you to take your hand away and actually take some sort of, evasive action. However, you could also, say for example tomorrow, you could then remind yourself of how painful that experience was when you sillily put your hand on the hot stove. And you could then use that imagined pain inside your mind to then not put your hand on the hot stove in the future. So you're motivating action through your imagination. And similarly, the same is the case with pleasure too. For example, if you eat a bar of chocolate, assuming that you like chocolate, and it just makes you feel so amazing, it's like, this is fantastic, that can then motivate you to eat more chocolate. Or you could imagine eating your favourite chocolate bar, or imagine, having your favourite meal, or imagine going on your favourite holiday. And that would give you motivation, it would give you desire to then take action to move towards eating that bar of chocolate or going on holiday or whatever. So these are the two motivational forces, and they'll be at play every single day of life. And most likely this came from prehistoric times. It's the way that we've evolved as a species. We had to have a way to notice threats, and pain was almost like our warning system. It made us aware that something potentially is not right about our world so that we could feel motivated and take action to move away from those threats. We also had to have a way to expand our world, to enrich our surroundings, to better our living conditions. So we also developed a system that allowed us to anticipate pleasure, to imagine a better life, a better future, so that we could then feel motivated to take action and then move towards that better future. So these are the two main motivational systems. So what does that actually have to do with procrastination? Well, when we procrastinate, what is happening is we've actually got these two systems set up the wrong way around. So believe it or not, when we procrastinate, you are actually demonstrating motivation. There's actually no such thing as no motivation. There's only motivation set up in the wrong direction. So with procrastination, what's happening is you've attached too much pain to doing the things that you want to do in comparison to not doing the things you want to do. And you've attached too much pleasure to not doing the things you want to do in comparison to doing the things that you want to do. And that's a massive mouthful, so let me explain. Say, for example, you were looking to lose weight. That was your goal. So you decided you wanted to start running. But every time you looked out of the window, you saw it was raining and it was cold, and you started to think, oh my God, it's just so much effort to run, and I'll be puffing and panting, and like everybody will be laughing at me, and there's so much pain involved in running, it's going to be horrible. And then you turned around and you looked at your sofa and you thought, oh, that looks comfortable, and maybe I could just have a glass of wine this evening instead and watch Netflix and eat popcorn or play the PlayStation or Xbox. Oh, that feels fantastic. Then it's no wonder, if that's the way you're thinking about it, it's no wonder that you would then procrastinate when it comes to running. Why? Because you've attached lots of pain to doing the things you want to do, to running, in comparison to not doing them. And you've attached lots of pleasure to doing something else, lying on the sofa, drinking wine, eating popcorn, and watching Netflix. So really, when you look at it, your brain is actually doing the thing it's meant to do. It's just because you've set up your motivational circuits the wrong way around. It can often feel like we're self-sabotaging when we're procrastinating, but we're actually not. We're actually doing what we're meant to do. We've just set the game up in the wrong way. So that is one element to procrastination. There's a bit more to it, but I think that is the main thing that you want to start with. So just to give you a little solution here, just something that you can do to make a difference almost straight away. And that is, what you want to do is, the basic solution is you want to reverse the motivational circuits so that they actually work the right way around. So rather than having lots of pleasure attached to not doing the things you want to do and pain attached to doing the things you want to do, you want to switch that round. So the way to do it is, first of all, write down your goal, the thing that you want to do, and the actions that you need to do in order to actualize that goal. And then you want to create two columns. In one column, you want to ask the question, what would happen if I don't take this action towards the goal? And then you want to brainstorm a list of reasons. And you're looking for the emotional reasons, the ones that make you go, oh my God. And what you're doing there is you're attaching pain to not taking action. So you're wiring the system up the right way around. Then once you've done that column, you then want to do a second column, and that's where you consider a different question. You want to ask, what would it be like if I do take action? How would taking action towards this goal positively enrich and enhance my life? So this can be a really simple but effective technique to do to set the game up in your favour so that you can stop subconsciously procrastinating. Another little piece you can add in just to make it a little bit more powerful is to ask, what would taking action towards this goal mean to me? The reason why this can be so powerful is because meaning is so important as a human being. We don't always have to feel good in the moment, and we can actually take action even when we are feeling pain, providing that whatever we're doing is meaningful. I mean, one simple example is childbirth. It's apparently the most painful experience that anyone can ever have, but loads of people still do it. Why? Because it's so deeply meaningful. To give you a slightly less dramatic example, one of the things I love to do is run. We've talked about running in this video, let's stick with that as an example. So a few years ago I was training to beat my personal best in a 5k. And when it came to the day, it was roughly around about 3k in, and honestly, every single part of my body and mind was in pain. It was telling me to stop, but I didn't. I kept going. And actually, when I checked back on my times, I actually speeded up. And the reason why I speeded up was because it was meaningful to me. It meant something. It was linked to my personal growth, my personal satisfaction. Plus, I wanted to beat my dad, but that's a different story. But the point is, when something is meaningful, then it almost like kind of gets us over that threshold. It causes us to take action even when we maybe don't feel that great. So that's a really great question to add in there. What does taking action towards this goal mean to me? So that is one of the main reasons why we procrastinate so much. There's a little bit more to it, so there's a good chance I'll be doing more videos on this subject. So of course, if you liked the video, please do like and subscribe and ring the bell, just so I can keep you up to date with future videos, with future content. So that's all for me for today. Have a great day, enjoy playing about with that little technique, and I'll see you later on.